Good evening, everyone, and a happy new year to everyone. I'm Linda Green here in Florida, and tonight we're going to talk about interference over our partner's one-no trump opening. There are very many different situations that people have an agreement with their partner, but the ones I'm going to discuss with you tonight are the regular ones that we should all know, but I know other people have different agreements. So the ones I'm doing are basically what we need to learn, and I'm going to share the screen with you and show you how we're going to implement this. We're going to do hand number one. I'm just going to put hand number one up for you. And then we can take it from there. I was doing number three. All right. As I said, many people have different agreements with their partners as how they would bid. So North passes and East opens one no trump. Now, a lot of people bid naturally over no trump. Some will bid two clubs, some will bid three clubs. So that is entirely up to you and your agreement between you and your partner. I, as a bridge player, never bid two clubs. I like to bid three clubs. I love to preempt them out. So I would be bidding three clubs on this hand. I bid three clubs and three diamonds is natural. It guarantees at least two top honors and a six-card suit, usually a singleton somewhere. We're all not vulnerable, and that's the way I would have bid it. But if they bid two clubs, which most of you would bid, it's a suit, natural bidding. West has to take an action. Now, West was going to double, was going to stamen and has to double the two club because that says, partner, I was going to bid two club, but my double is that they took my bid away. And that is called stamen. The double of an overcall two club is stamen. They took my bid away. If it went three clubs, okay, I play negative doubles over three clubs, and I would be doubling and just saying, partner, I've got enough points for game. I'm short in clubs, you choose. And it's going to go pass by North. And now East would obviously over the two clubs doubled will bid two hearts. You always bid the first one, lower one first. So you bid two hearts, and it goes pass, and you're going to bid four hearts. Dummy points, you get 3 for that singleton club, and you're going to be in game in four hearts. Now, if you bid three clubs, which is what I like to do, and you double, the other hand, the opening hand, the East opening hand, has got both majors. So I don't think you're good enough. You could bid four clubs, and four clubs says you choose. But at this stage, I'd bid three hearts, and if my partner bid three no, I'll then go four spades, because I want to play the hand. I don't want my partner to play the hand. So it would go one no trump by East, three clubs by South, double, which is never penalties. It's a take-out double. It's called a negative double over a no trump. Not many people play negative doubles. It just says I've got values and I'm short in the club suit. And then you would bid three hearts and partner will bid four hearts. So we're still going to get to the same contract. Are there any questions before we proceed? Any questions over the double of stamen? Two clubs double is stamen. Any questions? None? Okay. I'm waiting. No one? Okay, I'm looking at the chat. No one's asking me a question. All right, so we'll proceed. Really? Any question? One person wants to ask? I'm ready. No? All right, we're leading the ace of clubs, and I want to talk about when there's a singleton in dummy. When there's a singleton in dummy, and you're holding the trick, your partner should be able to give you a suit preference signal, excluding the trump suit. So on the ace of clubs, you do not want a spade. You want a diamond. That is, out of these two suits, spades and diamonds, you would drop the 6 of clubs, the lowest club. Now, when they drop the 2, and you're looking at the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6 is the lowest club. That means they want a diamond, okay? And that is automatic. They want a diamond. They should not continue clubs, because if they continue clubs, they're giving a discard, and the queen will be set up. So partner with a singleton will tell you what to do. So you're going to switch to a diamond. It's called a suit preference signal. Now, we've done suit preference signals. You can Google it and find it on YouTube. And then you can find it on acbl.org, where you can look up the lesson hands on suit preference signal. Well, you're not going to put up the king. You've got the jack. And they're going to take the ace. They see the king and the queen. There may be a singleton jack. You never know. And now they're going to come back a diamond.
Why, Linda, why would you come back a diamond and not a club?
Because partner might have a singleton. You've got to hope. Coming back a club does not give partner a diamond rough. You never know if partner's got a singleton. After all, they did open a no trump, and you see 5 in the dummy and 4 in your hand. So you've got to come back a diamond and hope that their partner's got a singleton for a rough. Coming back a club's never going to help. They're going to trump it in the dummy and draw trumps.
Got it.
So you should always come back that suit, and just in case partner's got a singleton. So that's the reason. That's the only reason. Coming back a club does not serve any purpose whatsoever. All they have to do is rough in the dummy.
Got it.
And now they're going to draw trumps. And they're going to finish up with the diamonds good. Let's go back and watch what happens, okay? And it's very important how we play the hand. You've got a 4 forfeit. We're missing 5 cards. That means 3 in one and 2 in the other. Those 5 cards will divide very favorably 68% of the time when there's an odd number missing. If there's 3 missing, expect them to break 2 and 1. If there's 5 missing, expect them to break 3 and 2. And if there's 7 missing, expect them to break 4 and 3. So let's just draw trumps. Now you need to rough 2 clubs. That we've got 3 discards. No, we've got 3 discards, so we don't have a problem. We need to have 3 discards. That's perfect. Okay, we've got 1 more trump to play. So let's play 1 more trump. And now you'll take the king of diamonds and you'll pitch a spade. And you'll take the queen of diamonds and you'll pitch another spade. And why am I not pitching clubs? Because I want you to learn from what I'm showing you. You try not to throw away a card you can trump in the dummy. That's very important. Now, 9 of diamonds is good. Now I can afford 1 club because I've only got 1 trump in the dummy. So I want everyone to remember that. It's really important that you learn to not throw away cards you can trump in the dummy. That's your last resort. Always throw away cards you cannot trump in the dummy. Now we're fine. The rest is ours. We've got a spade to the ace, a spade to the king. We rough a spade and we rough a club and we make the rest of the hand. We make 11 tricks on this hand. Are there any questions about Stamen. Any questions? Any questions?
Well, let me just ask you a general question.
Sure.
You mentioned that you could, with interference, say 1-no, 2 clubs double means you stole my 2-club bid.
Correct. That's stamen.
Can you also use it for 1-no, say 2 diamonds double, meaning you stole my bid, which is transfer to hearts?
Correct. Now, it depends on what your agreement is with your partner. Here where I live in Florida, I'd say that 95% of the people all play, it's called stolen bids. They all want to play that bidding like you just suggested, that they stole my bid. So if it went 1-no trump and they bid 2 diamonds, and you were going to bid 2 diamonds because you want to transfer to hearts, you would double. Very good bridge players do not play stolen bids, they play natural. But the majority of the players here all play stolen bids. But there's one very important point, and that is you cannot use 3 clubs double as stamen. You can only use 2 clubs double as stamen over 1-no trump 3 clubs.
Okay.
The double is negative. It's not stamen. It just says I'm short in clubs. 2 clubs double is stamen. They stole my bid, but not 3 clubs over 1-no trump.
Thank you.
And I often do that. I go 3 diamonds. Now, when they bid 3 hearts, now the partner doesn't know whether it's a transfer to spades or whether it really is 3 hearts. And it's the same for diamonds. If they bid 3 diamonds, if I bid 3 diamonds and they double, they're not sure whether it was a transfer to hearts or it was a penalty double or a negative double. And that's why I like bidding at the 3 level with a good 6-card suit and at least 2 honors, because these people have never made an agreement between them. And that's what happened. The other day, I played with a lady of 88 years old, and I told her, if you come in at the 3 level with a club suit, you jump. So what happened was these 2 ladies had over 10,000 master points each. And that one lady on my left opened a no trump. My lady bid 3 clubs, like I just showed you. Now the right hand bid 4 clubs. Now the roof fell in because they'd never discussed between the 2 of them, and they're both outstanding bridge players. What is 4 clubs? Is it Gerber, or is it a Tron, or is it Stamen? They never discussed what they're playing at that level. So when she bid 4 spades and passed, the roof fell in. They were called for 4 hearts. They had the biggest fight because one said it was Stamen and the other thought it was Gerber. And that's what happens when you haven't got an agreement at that level. No one has an agreement at that level. They've got to discuss it. So you can make your decision yourself. It's entirely up to you how you want to play if they bid at the 3 level. 2 level, there's not even a discussion. It's easy as pie. But that is up to you. They had no agreement. All right, this is hand number 5. So looking at North, North has a perfect week 2 opening of 2 hearts. And East has the perfect overcall. Now let's talk about an overcall over a week 2. When we overcall 2-no trump, we treat it as if they'd opened 1 heart, 1-no trump. So 2-no trump, overcall, guarantees a heart stopper and 15 to 18. An overcall of a no trump isn't 15, 17, it's 15, 18. It goes pass. And now you're looking at these 2 5-card suits, and they look pretty. This hand, but oh, this hand didn't pass. They bid 3 hearts. Sorry, this hand bid 3 hearts for sure. They've got a 3-card support. It's called the law of total tricks. They have 3-card support, and they decided that they'll have to do something on the hand, and they doubled. Now, what do we do in this situation? Do we double? Or do we bid 4 diamonds, partner can't pass? Or what do we do in this situation? It becomes a very difficult situation over 3 hearts. So you've got to do something on the hand. So I don't know what most of you did on this hand. I'm interested to know before we carry on how the bidding proceeded, because I never deny a 9-card fit. Never. So when you've got a 9-card fit, I want to know how the bidding went.
We didn't get to this problem because North failed to open the 2 hearts. So Glenn playing East opened a club. I ended up supporting his clubs. They then got in with their hearts, and he also showed me his spades. And we ended up in 5 clubs.
But why would you open a club when you've got a no trump shape and a no trump point card? You don't need to have every single one stopped. You don't need a stopper in all of the suits. It's automatic.
He had 18 points, so he opened the club first, and then
5 and 4 is 9, 10. Oh, you have 18 points. Oh.
So he opened the club, and then he came back with the spade the second time around. So we ended up in 5 clubs.
Oh, okay. Well,
but that's because they misbid.
Okay, well, I would have bid no trump to show 18, 19. Oh, did he just bid 2 spades, 1 club, 1 diamond?
They passed, so his first bid was 1 club.
And then what was the second? What is the partner's bid? West. What did West bid?
I bid 2 clubs in response, and then they came in with 2 hearts.
And then?
And then he went to 2 spades. I went back to 3 clubs. They went back to 3 hearts, North again. And Glenn, because he's smart, he said 5 clubs, and we made it.
Okay, well, anyway, so looking at this, oh, well, that was very nice. Yeah. That's a lovely 2-heart opening. It's a 6-card suit and 3 honors. I think I'd open 2 hearts. Anyway, so this hand has to take an action. So we've got to do something. Now we have to double. I mean, there's no question we're going to double. I do not play stolen bids at the 3 level. That is not a transfer to spades. Some people play it as a stolen bid. I was going to bid 3 hearts to tell you to transfer to spades. Some people only play it at the 2 level. So what does a double mean? It's called negative. I'm short in hearts, I've got values, and I'm not sure where I'm going. So it's going to go pass. And they're going to bid 3 spades. Well, I've got a 4-card spade suit partner. And it's going to go pass. And now this hand is going to bid 3 no trump. Immediately. Because we're not going to look for a minor. Your partner showed a stopper. And you 5-5 in the minors. And you're hoping to run 5-5 in the minors. So therefore, in this situation, I think it's correct on this hand to bid 3 no. I mean, how else are you going to get to 5-5 in the minors? It makes it much harder when they bid 3 hearts. Much harder. And it'll go 3 no trump, and it's going to go pass, pass, pass. So let's go together and have a look what happens. I don't know what everybody was in. Does anyone know what everyone was in on this hand? Can anyone look and tell me? Does anyone know what most of the people were in on this hand? Any new suit is forcing anyway. So over 3 hearts, if you bid 4 diamonds, partner can't pass. And you'd always bid the higher one. I prefer the double. Partner might want to convert it to penalties. You never know if partner's got good hearts.
So Linda?
Yes.
2 people played East as 3 no trump. We played 5 clubs. 4 people played with North with 3 hearts. And 2 played West with 4 diamonds, and they went down 3. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, anyway, we're in 3 no trump. I like to look for no trump. I've got a lovely 2 5-card minors, and hopefully we can run 10 tricks. So I would go 3 no trump now over 3 spades and say, partner, my double was based on the minors. And they're going to leave the 10 of hearts. They've supported hearts. It's top of a sequence. And partner is no honor. So when you've supported and you have an honor, you lead low. But when you have supported and have no honor, you should lead your highest. And now we've got to look at our tricks. In the club suit, we've got 5 club tricks. And 1 heart is 6. And now we're missing 2 aces, the ace of diamonds and the ace of spades. Well, it's very unlikely that when someone opens a week 2, that they have an ace in their hand. Hopefully they don't, but we're going to learn what's called a hold-up play. Hold up. You're not going to take the first trick. You're going to give it to them. And then when they play the 9, what are we going to throw away? It doesn't matter what you throw away over here. Maybe a spade. And they take the jack. And you hold up again. And when they come back the king, and you take the ace, you can throw away another spade. We've got to get something somewhere. It doesn't matter. All right, so let's look at the hand together now. So in this particular hand, we've got to do something. We've held up 3 times. And now we've got to pray that the hand that bid 3 hearts has got the aces and not the other one. So that's where our problem has to come in, okay? So we'll play the ace of clubs and just get a feel of what's going on. And we'll play the king of clubs just to get a feel of what's going on. Now, they've got no clubs. So I don't know how they're going to signal. Okay, so now we want to look at the diamond suit. We need to keep our entries there because in case they hold up the diamond, we need to be able to get to the dummy. So I'm not in a hurry to cash that. Let's just pray that we can play one of these suits. So let's try the 10 of diamonds. They'll take the ace. No point in holding it up. And now they're going to cash the ace of spades. They can see no spades in the dummy. And now you're making the rest of the hand, because whatever they play, the rest is yours. Lucky, 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 lucky. Any other questions on the bidding? 2 hearts, 2 no, 3 hearts. 2 no is 15 to 18, not 15 to 17. It's very descriptive. You've got no other way. You cannot double. You do not have diamonds. So once you don't have diamonds, you cannot double everyone. You cannot double. And if I opened a club and bid a new suit or jumped in a new suit, I would promise that my clubs were longer than my spades. That's why we have to just bid no trump. You've got to get your point count across. If you'd opened a club and they never opened a week 2 and hearts, this hand should bid 3 clubs, which says I have 6 to 9 points and 5 clubs. And the rest goes on, however they bid it. Are there any questions on this hand?
Linda, I have a question about when you open 2, like the 2 hearts.
Yes.
I remember you saying something about needing at least 1 outside honor, some other kind of entry back to it. Is that something that we should have if possible?
If you have an entry in the heart suit?
No, like that north suit that you said should open 2 hearts. I thought that we were supposed to have at least in one of the other suits
No.
an
Either
honor
you
in
have
order
an
to get-
outside feature or you don't have an outside feature. It's one or the other.
Okay, you don't need to have one to
No.
open the 2.
No. And what I did teach you, which I think I've told you in the past, is that when I open 2 hearts, I count my losers. And it shouldn't be less than 7, because then it's too good. And it shouldn't be more than 8. So I look at the hand and I say I have 2 spade losers, that's 2. I have the heart is 3. I have 3 club tricks is 6. And I have 2 diamonds is 8. So when I open a week 2 and only in first and second seat, because those are the most important seats when you open week 2. Third in hand, you can do anything you like. As I said, I preempt with 1 point third in hand. But when I'm in first and second seat, my partner knows I have a good suit. I either have 8 losers or 7 losers. If I have 7, I have a feature somewhere, an outside king or an outside ace. But this is a perfect 2-heart opening. Perfect.
Thank you. That 7-8 thing was really helpful. Thank you.
What was helpful, love?
That thing about 7 or 8 losers.
Oh, yes, it's wonderful. I use
Thank
it all
you.
the time. But the
I
problem
forgot.
is don't abuse it, your quality of your suit. You can't have an outside 4-card suit to a king and a singleton. Now you've got 6 losers. It becomes too good. You cannot have 2 features. You cannot have an outside king and a singleton. You either have the king or a singleton, but you can't have both. So if it's a 6, if it's got 6 losers, the hand is too good for a week 2, okay? That will help you a lot. That's my guideline. I mean, not everybody teaches that, but that's what I do. Everyone has their own style. But mine's been pretty helpful. Right. Let's do number 7. Okay, let me look who's the dealer. 7, 8, 14. We're opening 1 no trump by South. And you're bidding 2 spades. Now, I guarantee if I have a 1-suited hand that it's a 6-card suit as an overcall. I do not overcall on a 5, 3, 3, 2. But I do overcall on a 5-card suit provided I have a second suit, 5, 4. Now we've come in with 2 spades, which shows a 6-card suit, lead directing. And now what's going to happen here? Because North really wanted a stamen. North's got 4 hearts, enough points for game, and really wants to stamen, and you couldn't stamen. So tonight we're going to learn about what to do over interference bidding when our partner opens 1 no trump. The Q bid of the overcalled suit is stamen. So you bid 3 spades. 3 spades guarantees 4 hearts. And if they bid 2 hearts, 3 hearts guarantees 4 spades. And if they overcall diamonds, 3 diamonds is stamen. So let's go back to what happens over 1 no trump when the opponents come into the bidding. How do we stamen? Well, we learned about 2 clubs, double, we know that's stamen. When they bid a suit, the Q bid of the overcalled suit is stamen. Partner, I guarantee you 4 hearts. And now this hand will bid 4 hearts very confidently, and you get to the right contract. You're not going to make it with 3 no trump. You have got no chance. And maybe you might, depends on how they defend. So let me go back, everybody. Anytime they come in with a suit, if they come in with diamonds, 3 diamonds is stamen. If they come in with hearts, 3 hearts, I've got 4 spades. If they come in with spades, 3 spades, I've got 4 hearts. And that is how we stamen over an overcall over our no trump. Are there any questions? I teach this when I teach stamen, because a lot of teachers do not teach what happens when the opponents come in the bidding. They learn how to use stamen, but they've never learned how to cope against interference bidding. And this is very important. Okay. Any questions by anybody? Just write it down. The Q bid of the overcalled suit is stamen. They lead the ace of spades. And this is called a suit preference signal. When there's a singleton in the dummy and you're going to win the trick, it is your duty to tell partner what you want. If you throw away the 10 of spades, It doesn't say continue the suit. It says I want a diamond partner, the higher of clubs and diamonds. But this time you throw the 3 of spades. And that 3 of spades is the lowest of spades. And that says I want a club partner. I don't want a diamond. You're not going to continue spades. It's a waste of time. And now you're going to play middle up down. It's called mud. If you had the jack, you would have led it. They're going to take the king. And now they're not sure what's happening, but they've got to continue because they don't know if it's a doubleton or whether it's 3. So they're going to play the ace of clubs. They're not waiting for rosy days. And now you play the 5. That's called mud. Middle, higher, up, and then down. You let the 3, then you play the 5. Now we know you have 3. If you play the 3 and the 2, you have a doubleton. That's called mud, everybody. If you go to our lesson on opening leads. Well, what else can we play back? A diamond. And the rest is ours because they're never going to get it. Okay? And they're going to draw trumps. And the rest are ours. We have 4 forfeit. We play for a 3-2 break. And they break 3-2. And now we're very happy. All the trumps have gone. And now we've got all the diamonds. And now we cannot lose anything more. Why? Because we've got the 5th diamond and the 4th diamond to take care of your spades, or you could ruff a spade. So you're going to play to the high card from the shorter side first. 5 of diamonds. This is the short side. Just get used to doing it. I don't care how you play. Then the 9 to the queen. Then the jack. And then the 10, and then the rest you can ruff. And now you're going to ruff a club. You don't have to, but you can ruff it. Just because you feel like practicing ruffing. And you can ruff a spade. And now we make 4 hearts. Now, would we have ever got to 4 hearts over this bit? That's important. Now, I have no idea how many people played in 4 hearts. That's another story. Are there any questions? You can type it in the chat. No one will come in. You can let me see it and I will answer you. No questions. All right, so we must talk about partnership agreement, but I'm just going to tell you basically this is standard bridge. The cubit of the overcalled suit is stamen. The cubit of the overcalled suit is stamen, but not at the 3 level, only at the 2 level. That's very important to remember. All right, we'll go on to the last hand. Looking at hand number 12, let's talk about opening 2 clubs and why we open 2 clubs and what the main requirements are for opening 2 clubs. Because so many people are in the dark about opening 2 clubs. We need 3 requirements for a 2 club opening. Now, normally one opens 2 no trump with 20-21 and a 5-3-3-2. You must not single out a major. This is called a no trump shape, a 5-3-3-2. But this hand is too strong to open 2 no trump. And I see a lot of people open 2 clubs and then they bid spades. I never want you to single out a major when you've got a no trump shape. I see this mistake all the time. Treat this as a no trump shape. But we've got too many points. So let's look at it together. These are the 3 requirements, and I'm going to go over them again because we learned it when we learned about opening strong 2s. You need 5 defensive tricks. What are defensive tricks? Not the 3rd card. If you have ace, king, queen, only the first 2 will go through. We have the ace of spades and the king are 2. We have the ace of diamonds is 3 and the queen is a half. That's 3.5. And you have a definite diamond trick. That's 4.5. Almost 5 defensive tricks. So we have the main requirements. 5 defensive tricks, 20 or more high card points. 5 defensive tricks, 20 or more high card points. And what's my 3rd one? Now I've gone blank. I've got 3 requirements. 1, 2, 3, 5 defensive. Oh, yes. 20 or more points. And you've got to look at your losers. This is the last one. You can't have more than 4 losers. Let's count the losers, everybody. If you have 5 losers in your hand, you should not open 2 clubs. That's the deciding factor. If you have 5 losers, you should open 1. So we have 1 spade loser, the queen. 1 heart, only the number of cards that you hold. That's the ace of hearts. That's 2. In the club suit, the king of clubs is 3. And in the diamond suit, we're just missing the ace. That's 4. So those are the 3 requirements we need. 5 defensive tricks, 20 or more points, and 4 losers or less. It's no good opening 2 clubs with 3 losers and all your points are in one hand. Okay, are there any questions? So we're going to treat this hand as 22 to 24 because the hand is too strong. You've got a 10 with the jack. You've got a 10 with the queen. For every card attached to an honor, a 10 attached to an honor, we add a half a point. I would treat this hand as 23 and I'd open 2 clubs. Pass. And now you don't but 2 hearts. No, you but 2 diamonds waiting. And why do we but 2 diamonds? What is the requirement to give a full positive of 2 hearts over a 2 club opening? The requirements are 8 or more high card points, and the suit you wish to bid guarantees ace king to 5, ace queen to 5, or king queen to 5. 2 of the top 3 honors and 8 or more. 2 diamonds, pass. 2 no trump. Please do not bid 2 spades. Please, please, please. Pass. 3 diamonds. What's 3 diamonds? Transfer. Exactly the same as if we'd opened 1 no trump. I want to transfer into hearts. I know that I've got a heart fit. My partner promises me 2 hearts, and we have an 8 card fit. Okay, let's go on. It goes 3 diamonds, and now we have what's called a lead directing double. South should double that artificial bid. That double is called lead directing doubles. Partner, I guarantee at least 2 of the 4 honors, and I guarantee you a 5 card suit. It's called a lead directing double because diamonds is not diamonds. It's a transfer to hearts. And it goes south, gonna bid 3 hearts. Pass by north, 4 hearts. You know you have an 8 card fit. And that's where you're going to play. In 4 hearts. Okay? No more. Partner showed 22 to 24. You have 7. And even if partner did have 24, there's no guarantee you're going to make a slam. So that is where we are. And partner asked you to lead a diamond. So you lead your lowest card not the highest, to show not a doubleton, 3 or 4 cards. The lower never promises an honor, everyone. It does not. Well, now you can't continue diamonds. Dummy's got none. What's the weak suit on the table? Spades. So the only suit you can come back is a spade. A low spade. You don't have the jack, so you come back a low one. They're going to take the ace. And now, looking at the hand together, which is the master hand? Only one hand becomes the master hand. The one with the long trumps. The 6 card heart suit. Let's draw trumps. King of hearts. High card from the short side first. Then the 9 of hearts. And then the ace. Now there's one good one out. Only one. How many tricks have you taken? Only one. You've taken the ace of diamonds. So now we know there's just one good heart out. The rest are ours. Why? Because we've got all the rest of the tricks. So it doesn't matter what you do. You can leave them with their trump when they like. You don't care. And now we're going to go to the high card from the short side first. That's the short side. The other one's the long side. Play the queen of clubs. Now we're not sure if the clubs are going to break. So instead of playing another club, because the 9 could be a loser if they didn't break, I'm taking my king of diamonds. And I'm throwing my 9 of clubs away. And the rest are ours. The king of spades is ours. And you don't care. They can have their heart when they like. And just sit back and have a little bit of fun at the table. Take your queen of diamonds. You can throw your club away. It doesn't matter. And you'll give them their heart. So maybe we should just give them their heart. Let's trump a spade and give it to them. And now you're going to make 11 tricks. And that's the end of the hand. And you make 11. Are there any questions on this hand?
Linda,
Yes, tell me.
just for your information, everybody played 3 no trump. Nobody played 4 hearts in this hand.
No one played in hearts.
Nobody played in hearts. Everybody played no trump.
Wow. I would only play in that 6-2 fit and a singleton. Partner doesn't have to have the king, queen, and another diamond. Never. We've got to play in the long heart suit, the 8-card heart fit. And how many did they all make?
Just a second. Everybody made 3 no trump. 4 made 1 over. 2 made 2 over, and 2 made 3 over.
Wow. I'd always play in hearts. I know I've got an 8-card major suit fit. I have incredible shape. 6-4 and a singleton and a doubleton. I would only play this hand in hearts because I know we've got at least 8 between us. Are there any questions about the bidding? Because I really want everyone to be sure that they understand how to come in over no trump bidding when people come in the auction. And that artificial bid, I'm very concerned about West. I've seen too many people go and bid spades, and they do not treat this hand as a no trump shape. It is essential to treat it as no trump. I've seen too many mistakes that way. So
I did that. I made that mistake.
I see it all the time. I mean, I've been teaching for 50 years. I see it all the time. They single out a major, and you should not do that. You should look at the whole picture. And that to me is a partner can always statement, and then you can show spades, you know. But you should definitely treat that as no trump. 22 to 24. Anytime I have 21 and maybe a really good 5-card suit, I might treat it as 22 and open 2 clubs followed by 2 no trump. If I've got a good 21 and a good 5-card suit, I treat it as 22. I do not open 2 no trump because partner will definitely pass me with less than 5 points. Whereas if I open 2 clubs and then I bid 2 no, my partner will bid and we always find a game. So when you're on that cusp of 21 and a good 5-card suit, treat it as 22 and open 2 clubs followed by 2 no trump. Any other questions? Are there any other hands you'd like to discuss before we go? Tonight, any other hands you'd like to talk about? I'm waiting for everyone to answer me. You can put it in the chat. I will look. Any other hands you'd like to talk about? None?
Hand 2, please.
Hand 2? Sure.
Yep.
Hand 2. Let's have a look at hand 2. You want to talk about the bidding?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, I'm still trying to get there. Hold on. There it is. Okay, this is hand number 2. I know nothing about it, so let me just study it. Pass by east. 1 diamond by south. We've got 2 4-card minors. We always open the higher. And now it is up to us to decide how we're going to bid this hand. Let's look at the point card. 4 and 1 is 5 and 7, 12 and 3, 15, 16, but we don't have spades stopped. We have a 5-card major and we do not have a spade stopper. If I had a spade stopper, I'd overcall a no trump, but I don't want to overcall a no trump. I think I'd rather just bid 1 heart. I do not double. 1 heart overcall. And now this hand's going to bid 1 spade. And now you're not vulnerable. Anytime I have 4 trumps, knowing that we have a 9-card fit, I play a preemptive bid of 3 hearts being weak. It is not invitational. It just says, partner, we've got a weak hand. I've got 9 trumps and I'm not vulnerable against vulnerable. If I was vulnerable, I would bid 2 hearts. But on this hand, I would bid 3 hearts just to say I've got a very weak hand, partner.
But help me with this. How does Wes know that that 3-heart bid is not invitational?
It's an agreement between you and your partner because the new style of bridge today is to do the Q bid. We do not do this anymore. I was telling everybody that today when I was teaching that the new style of bridge is always the Q bid of the overcalled suit, shows limit, raise, or better. So the 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 spades.
I see. And therefore the 3 hearts
is preemptive. It's a very good bid, and this is the new style today.
I get it. I get it.
So you should have that agreement with you and your partner. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. You've got to do that. I think it's essential that you do that. That you have that agreement. We don't ever do invitational bids anymore. We really don't. So the invitational bids are the Q bids. Limit, raise, or better. It guarantees a fit in partner suit. Doesn't have to be 4. It can be 3 hearts and 10 points or better. Right. So I told my student this afternoon, if you've got 3 hearts, you bid 2 hearts. And if you've got 4 hearts, bid 3 hearts. We aren't vulnerable. They're vulnerable. Let's get in the auction while we can. But this hand is going to go to game. With such a good hand, how can this hand not be in game? I mean, they're going to be in game no matter what happens. They're going to be in game. So now what's going to happen over 1 spade? Well, we know 1 spade is a 5-card suit. Guaranteed, because we play negative doubles. Does everybody know that? 1 spade has to be 5 over 1 heart. If you had 4, you would make a negative double. But you don't want to bid 3 spades. You're vulnerable and you've got a very minimum hand. So you should pass. And now this hand is so good that I think they may want to go to game, and maybe they're going to bid 4 hearts. What were they all in? Can you please tell me that you're asking me this question?
So we bid East bid 2 hearts, South bid 2 spades, West bid 3 hearts, and I was North and I chickened out and I stopped bidding. I didn't go to 3 spades.
Okay. But you have got the law on your side, except you're vulnerable. And when the more points you have in the overcalled suit, the worse your hand becomes. That's one of the things I tell everybody. The more points you hold in the overcalled suits, the worse your hand becomes, because partner's rated to be short. So I understand the situation on this, but I don't know if you must probably can't make 4 hearts. There's no play for 4 hearts because everything is wrong. But 3 is preemptive. So whether the West wants to go to 4 hearts is up to them. 3 is a weak bid. Maybe we should pass. Let's undo that. I think I would pass because our play 3 hearts is very weak. Our play 3 hearts is weak. It shows very little in the hand. Too much bidding at the table. If they opened on your right, they bid on your left, and you've got all these points, how many points can your partner have? I think we have to pass 3 hearts. That's how I work it out. They opened on my right, they bid on my left. And I've got this hand. How much can my partner have? Very little. So 3 hearts should be the contract. And what are they going to lead, a diamond or a spade? They must probably going to lead a spade.
Mm-hmm.
And what are they going to come back? The weak suit on the table. Clubs. That's the weak suit. Now we've got to work out who's got the queen of clubs. You've got to take a finesse. It doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to get rid of it. So you might as well put in the jack. You've got to take a finesse. They open the bidding. You've got to take a finesse. Now you've got to get to dummy. And it's very hard to get to dummy because you've got no entry to the dummy. So the best thing to do is to put on the ace of hearts and hope there's a singleton. King. And then maybe they can play for you. And now I play another heart. There you go. Now, what we don't see in dummy, we don't play, so we cannot play spades anymore. And your only other hope, of course, is to come back a club. Don't play around a dead dummy. Dummy's dead. We should play the 10 of clubs. Okay, so all the suits are stripped. Okay, now let's look at the hand together, everyone. We've got no more clubs. We've got no more spades. It's called stripping the suits. So where do we expect the jack of diamonds to be? We don't have the 9. Our only play is that the hand that opens got the ace jack of diamonds. So what we do is we're just going to play a small diamond towards the queen. Now, if they do not come back a diamond and they come back a club or a spade, you will get what's called a ruff and a discard. So they should never play what they don't see. That is the thing I tell everybody. What you don't see in dummy, you don't play. If they come back the ace of spades, one of the most important things to remember for ruff and discards, you can write it down, everyone, is that you always throw away from the shorter side, not the long side. You throw the diamond away and you would trump over here. Always the shorter side, not from the long side. Now, if we undo that and they come back a club, we've got the same principle. It's called a ruff and a discard. You discard from the shorter side, never the long side, and then you have no problem whatsoever. So there's another rough and discard. Now let's undo it again, and now we'll have a great time. I'll show you. They've got to come back a diamond to stop it. And now you've got to guess. They're going to come back the 2 of diamonds. And now you have to make a decision. Well, what did they show up with? They had the queen of clubs. They never had the queen jack of spades. So they had the ace king. That's 9 points. And they've got the ace of diamonds is 13. Well, they may have the jack. They did open a diamond. So your only hope to make the hand is to put in the 10. You've got no other play on the hand. But if they give you a rough and a discard, they really help you a lot. And now you can make the rest of the hand. Any questions, everybody? It's called the rule of 40. South open, north bird, that's already 18 points. You've already got 16. How much can partner have? You shouldn't be in game. You should never be in game. Any questions?
When you're discarding those diamonds, you say you discard from the short side.
Always. When you get a rough and a discard, you never discard from a long suit because that doesn't benefit you. You got to discard a loser from the shorter side, so you've eliminated that loser. You can't eliminate a loser from a long 4-card diamond suit in the dummy, but you can eliminate a loser where there's a shortage. And I see this mistake all the time as well. So it's important to always write it down. When you get a rough and a discard, always discard from the shorter side first. Never the long side, because you can't benefit.
Okay, because you obviously see the benefit, and it's not intuitive to me, but I suppose it's
But I
there.
can show you exactly. If you rough in West and you throw a diamond away, you still got a diamond loser in your hand. You have the king 10. But if you throw from the shorter side, the 10, now you've got no more diamond losers.
I see. Okay.
So it's always from the shorter side. I've seen too many people discard from the long side, which does not benefit you at all. So these are some of my bridge tips that I give all the time that people are not aware of. And it's a very good bridge tip. Discard from the shorter side if you're ever given a present of a rough and a discard. It helps tremendously. Remember what I said, shorter side, never long side. Because that 10 of diamonds was a loser. Now you never have a loser. But it's fun to strip the suits, knowing you've got no spades and no more clubs. And then they're in. And now you just sit back and wait. You have a lot of fun, you know. Okay, any other hands? None. Okay. Well, I want to thank you all for coming. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you all enjoyed the lesson.
Thank you so much, Linda, as always. Thank you.
Oh, pleasure. Bye.
Thank you, Linda.
Pleasure.